Hello there, you beautiful people. So this is just another quick video about some useful tricks you can do when you're dealing with slices. The first thing I want to show you is you don't have to count from the very beginning in order to get up to where you want to go. So you can actually count from this end. So let's say I wanted U. Okay, I could count up 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up until U, right? Or I could do word and count back from the other end. So this value here is actually index -1. So U would be index -2. Okay, and there you see we get U. Let's say if we wanted this C, that would be -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Word -5 should give us C, and it does. So this is a nice shortcut. You don't have to count all the way from this end. You can count from this end, remembering that the very end value is -1. So if you just want the very end value, you just type -1, and it's going to give us S at the end. But this doesn't solve the actual issue, which is that we're still counting, right, in our head as a human being, which can make mistakes. What we want to do is to leverage the power of the computer to do all the counting for us. And for that, we're going to use the index function. So let's say, for example, I wanted to just take the word Cali out. What I could do is I could type a word, and I want where Cali starts. So I could type in here word.index of Cali, okay? Because where Cali starts, let me just show you actually, let me just make it a bit simpler. Word.index of Cali is going to give us 5 because Cali starts at index 5, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So and we want to go all the way up to Fragi, right? So Fragi starts at index word.index Fragi is going to give us 9. So what I could do is type word, then the first, where I want to start at the index of where Cali starts, and I want to go up to where Fragi starts in steps of 1 by default, and it's going to give me out Cali because it's going to go from where Cali starts to where Fragi starts, and that is going to pull that out. So using the index function is a massive shortcut, right? I mean, it makes life so much easier to do it that way. Let's say if we wanted to take out the word docious. Okay, let's say we want to take this out. All we've got to do is do word of word.index docious, which is where it starts, right? And I want to go from there to the end. Just put a colon. It's going to assume I want to go up to the end and pull it out, which is fantastic. If I wanted to get out fragilistic, right? So I just do word of word.index fragilistic all the way up to where, I mean, to be honest with you, I could just do a exp, right? Word.index exp. Fragilistic, because I could just write expialidocious, or I could just write exp. Now, one thing you do have to bear in mind is that index only returns the first instance of that phrase that you're searching for. So if I wanted to get fragilistic again, okay, let's say I went like this, and I wanted to go up to word.index of e, I don't think that will work. It won't work, right? It'll just give us an empty string. And the reason is because the index of E, it finds the first E, which is over here, not this one. So if you wanted this one, you need to say where, something longer starts, exp or expialidocious, or something that lets Python know that you definitely want this one, rather than the first E, which is what causes this error here. So that's something to bear in mind. Awesome, so that's pretty much all there is to slicing, to be fair. Pretty easy, right? So let's just have a quick recap of what we've learnt in the past 2 videos, just to make sure we've got everything down before we head into the slicer project. So we learned that strings are an iterable, immutable data type, and the fact that they are iterable means that you can access individual elements from the string. Each element is given its own index, and these start from the number 0. And you use that index to access the element. You also learned how to take slices from a string and how to take individual elements out. You also learned a shortcut for using the index by using the index function that can take a lot of the hard work of doing this out for us. Overall, you've got a pretty good understanding of what slices are and how to create them by now. So up next, we've got a quick quiz and coding challenge to check that you've fully understood what slices are. And after that, we're going to build our email slicer. So good luck in the quiz and the coding challenge, which you're going to need to, to get some practice and make sure you got it down. And then I'll see you in the next video.